Brendan knows everything about the World Cup, but does he know anything about your fine wines and champagnes? You know, we are nearing New Year's Eve, so champagne always a big seller. And I know you're looking at me thinking, oh, well, I drink my share of champagne, but no, I can't afford it. And there are lower priced alternatives. We want to say hello to Emilie Penner from Pearl Wine Bar down in Branford. You've been open how long?
5 months.
5 months, and they're just doing so well. She's brought along a couple of cost-effective ways to celebrate the holiday season without going for champagne. Because for it to be champagne, it has to be what?
Produced in the Champagne region of France.
And a lot of this is not, so it cannot legally be called champagne.
Exactly.
Wow. Or the champagne police come after you. We don't want that. So, all right, let's talk about a couple of things you have. And I love this because you told me just before the break, I was like, man, that's a bright red liquid in here. But in reality,
it's actually not bright red at all. It's the usual color of champagne, but it's a festive red bottle for the holiday season.
It's a Cremant.
It's a Cremant.
Okay.
It's a sparkling. It's Cremant de la Mou, sparkling wine, same method as champagne, but produced outside of the Champagne region in France.
Okay, so and when you talk about the way to make champagne, it's the same process, which means what?
It's first, the second fermentation is in the bottle, so it's fermented as a wine outside of the bottle, then it's bottled with yeast and ferments inside the bottle for the second fermentation.
And it also makes those bubbles, too.
Correct.
All right, now this is, and we'll talk about prices in just a minute. I love this. This is called a...
It's a pet nat, but in French it's a pétillant naturel.
See, it sounds much better when she says it. Me, I'm just going to slaughter it. I've never heard of a pétillant.
So it was a sort of a trendy hipster wine for a while.
That's why. Because I'm not trendy and I'm not a hipster.
That's
there you
okay,
go.
Matt.
What is this?
So it's just naturally fermented in the bottle. So it's got one fermentation. It's in the bottle. It's a little less, volatile. So it has little cups like that usually, and it's a little less pricey.
I don't like my beverages volatile. I don't know what you're talking about. Proseccos and Cavas are going to finish this off, and the Prosecco obviously always a big hit.
Always a big hit. It's Italian. It's a little bit. The bubbles are a little coarser than champagne bubbles, a little fruitier, so it's often more palatable to people. Easier to mix in cocktails as well.
And what do you have here, and where's it from?
This one is it's a Giulia. And it's from Treviso.
Okay, and we will finish up with the cava, which is Spanish. That's pretty much all I drink these days, Spanish wines. One trip to Madrid and it changed my life. But this cava is, what's it called?
It's Poema cava. It's a rosé cava. Cavas can be rosé or not rosé, or brut. They drink really beautifully. Same method of champagne, actually.
I love this. Talk to me about, in terms of the price points here, because you get a good bottle of champagne, and it's going to cost you $50 and up and go really up and really quickly.
Up. Yes.
These, on the other hand, go for a lot lower.
Yes. These can start from, you can get a cava or prosecco from anywhere from $10 to $15 for a decent one. They go up in price as well, depending on their quality and aging and stuff.
And for the love of God, be careful when you open, because...
They're dangerous.
Because you don't want to aim it at anybody's eyes, because otherwise you're going to spend New Year's Eve at the urgent care or the emergency room.
Or someone else will.
Isn't this beautiful?
Yes.
That's very nice. We can find Emilie over at the Pearl Wine Bar, which is down on Main Street in Branford. And you go there, you have all these wines, and you have lots of other things as well, right?
We do. We have all of these wines. It's a wine bar, but it's a full bar. We have cocktails, wines, beer, food.
Food.
Delicious food.
Excellent food to pair all the wines. And by the way, we should mention all foods kind of pair with all this stuff, right? Don't worry about that.
I always start with a sparkling. I think it's the best way to start a meal. Start with a beautiful sparkling wine and then move on to other wines if you want to, or stick with it through your whole meal.
There you go.
And also, we could talk about the glasses.
Oh, well, real quickly, because you can pour it in one of these bigger glasses. It is perfectly fine, right?
Right. Traditionally, it's a flute to keep the bubbles, but actually, those are great for tasting the champagne as it opens up.
I think you got it all. Emilie Penner, thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
Cheers to you, and have a good holiday.